Hi guys, welcome back to Day Trade Diary. Today is a Wednesday, 20th of May 2026. It is day number 82 of our documented trading journey. I'll give an update about what happened yesterday on the 19th of May. So basically the last 24 hours since our last update. Nothing really much going on. Oanda is at 15,538 with a 46% exposure. And Binance is at $10,316 with a 21% exposure. That's a total net asset value of 25,854 and 9.88% gain in the last 82 days, which is 2,324 US dollars. And our equity curve or net asset value curve looks a little bit like this. So we're waiting for the next surge up in our chosen assets, which are, of course, primarily silver and Bitcoin, with a smattering of gold and also US 30-year bonds in there. Just let's look quickly, first of all, on Bitcoin. Since our last update, somewhere around here, there has been 0 buys and 0 take profits. Of course, you get these really annoying things like this, where it came $7 to our buy of 76,100. You can see the low here of 76,107. It is what it is. Yeah. And then now we're teasing the take profit at 77,700. And you can see it went up to 77,612. So once again, teasing in between these two limit orders, this buyer limit order and also this take profit. But it is what it is. Okay, so let's look next at CFDs. For silver, we have 1 buy and 1 take profit. So let's look at it. Yeah, it was at these levels, 73.50, that it hit, and then it just recently in the last hour or so hit 75.50 for 20 US dollars. Let's have a quick check. Yeah, 75.50 roundabout for 20 US dollars. So I've since then reopened the buy order here at the same level, 73.50, and let's see if it hits again the buy order, or it continues to take profit all the way up. You can see all the green lines are the take profits all set. So this green line is the take profit for the trade open at this level, $76. Okay, looks like we had another buy at our bonds, 30-year bonds. Yeah, okay. So we hit at this candle yesterday. Now slightly in profit, I guess. Let's have a look. Yeah, very slightly in profit. So now for bonds, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 units open. You can see that the P&L is very small as we're building up this position. Consensus is that the 30-year bonds and the US bonds in general are completely cooked. Interest rates are soaring, hence the bond prices are plummeting. Of course, the inverse is relationships holds true. So interest rates are soaring because inflation is high, and all the central banks are trying to clamp down inflation by raising interest rates, or at least keeping it on hold or not cutting interest rates. So yeah, and the economy, the stock market seems to be doing good. You probably need the stock market to roll over before the Fed says enough is enough, and then we're going to start cutting interest rates, and bond prices will go up. So we need the world economy to basically take a breather, take a crash before bonds can ever start to crawl back up again. Okay, let's cycle through the rest of the assets. So we have covered bonds, I think. I'll show you what it looks like on the weekly. Looks terrible. On the monthly, looks super horrible. So the high was during the COVID. Let's see. January 2020, and then it's just down since for the last 5 years. It's incredible. Okay, let's look at China. Did we get a? Will we get another entry? Will we get another entry? It looks like we might get another entry at 15,000. So it has gone up to 16, maybe 100, and now it's slowly dipping back down. Okay, let's look at crude oil. Of course, is that the new normal? 110 per barrel? I don't know, maybe. Copper seems to be taking a big breather here. And of course, I bought copper ETFs, and at around 640. And now it's just down ever since. Yeah, my timing is in the spot market is not great, but I seem to be doing better in trading. So yeah, maybe I should stick to trading. Um, S&P taking a breather as well, I think, but it recovered yesterday. Oh, it's recovering right now, I would say. And lastly, let's look at gold. Gold, we have some trades open. I believe we have, let's see how many trades open. Positions 0.5 units. So we have 5 trades open for gold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All of them are red at the moment. Yeah, let's look at the daily chart so we can see all our open trades. So you can see here, these are our gold trades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 open, and then I have more at a set below the current price at 4,300 and 4,100. Yeah, that pretty much concludes our update for today. Well, let's hope for some volatility today. Either way, volatility on the upside or the downside is both welcome at this point, so that we can get this net asset value chart moving. But we need it to go down before we can go up. So our exposure rate currently, if you take the average of this, is what, 67? So it's like 33% exposure rate. Yeah, we could do with a bigger exposure rate, and that only comes with dips. All right, guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. Take care now. Bye bye.